A lot of it has been articulated by Ken, but what I would like to say is in terms of my experience of school, I went to school only when it was absolutely necessary. I had very innovative ways of staying away from school. Because right from my childhood, one thing that somehow got stuck in my head was, if someone is saying something which means something to them, however simplistic or stupid it is, I'm willing to pay full attention. But if someone is saying something which doesn't mean a damn thing to him or her, but it's some big stuff, I'm not interested in that. Because if you're not interested in that, why should I listen to something that you're not interested in? So essentially, this instruction business comes from this. When you think you need to instruct somebody, you have assumed that those whom you instruct are of a lower intelligence than yourself, which is a serious mistake. There is sufficient scientific data to show everybody, every one of us who are 30 years of age are not as intelligent as a 6-year-old child who's just come into the school. There's substantial proof to show that. Only reason why we are looking out to be smart is because we have information and the child does not have information. So we're just showing off this information in the form of instruction. If we bring the teacher training process, completely take away this word instruction and bring inspiration and transmission as a way of life for the teachers, every school system could become a fruitful process, whatever the thing, because I don't believe we can transform all the systems around the world. But in some way, if we bring inspiration and ability to transmit whatever really matters to them, then a child would sit up and listen, for sure. As a part of this, in our schools, we made it, our school is a 7-day school. There's no holiday and no weekend. This may be shocking for America because thank God it's Friday is the philosophy. If one knows the joy of learning, I don't say why would they want to take a break. Well, activity needs to be adjusted according to, the child's ability to do things. So, in a month we have 4 to 5 activity days which are not determined. It's always a surprise for a child. The child will never know when is the activity day. Today when they come, today could be activity day. Suddenly tomorrow you come again, it's an activity day. Next 15 days, it's continuous academic day. But academics are very well woven with arts, music, everything to such a point. I found that when they come to… in India system, I don't know, it's the same here probably, they do first 10 years from first standard to 10th standard, and then there's 11, 12, which is like a pre-university kind of thing. Once they come to 11, 12, they all want to get into professional colleges. In India, you don't get into a professional college unless you have 99.5 percentage. Okay? The Delhi University has the legend of refusing children who got 100 out of 100. Okay? Where are they supposed to go? I don't know. They got 100 and they refused because there's no space for them. So, this Marx madness will catch up and the parents will go on overdrive, and we have spent 10 years bringing art, music, culture into their lives. Everything will be dumped and just mathematics and science is being done whether they like it or they don't like it. So in the last 2 years, I made this 11, 12 into 3 years. I said, it's 3 years, if you want to come, you come, otherwise you leave it. Because we invested so much in art, music, culture, everything. Now the moment you come to 16 years of age, you drop everything and go into professions. You are a doctor who cannot sing, you're a dangerous doctor, believe me. Yes? You're an engineer who doesn't understand the engineering of your own body, that's why you don't dance. If you did know the engineering of your body, very effortlessly you would know how to move. So, we made this into 2 years into 3 years. So people said, 1 year later my children will go, my neighbor's children are already in engineering and medicine. I said, this is how it is, this is not a race. Education is not a race. 1 year later, what's your problem? You are not in that condition, he has to earn a living at this age. 1 year later he will go more mature and more complete. So we did this, and the amazing thing is, almost 90% of the parents want their children back in the school. 1 year extra for the same education. But we brought many aspects of leadership, management, business which are not in the curriculum, and above all, music, art, theatre in a big way. And it's working out wonderfully for the children, they're coming out much more rounded out. And when the school started, the first question that came was naturally, me being who I am, because education is not my full-time involvement. So people said, so Sadhguru, you're going to give them a spiritual teaching. I said, spiritual teaching is for the stupid who lost life sense. People like you, I said to the parents. People like you who lost the fundamental life sense, you need a spiritual teaching. If you allow human intelligence, if you know how to nurture human intelligence without influencing it, because teachers think they have to influence, parents think they have to influence, religious teachers, of course, they want to influence. Intelligence need not be influenced, it just needs to be inflamed all the time. But everybody wants to influence. This wanting to influence human intelligence comes from, I think, in these parts of the world, there is a religious thread in the education system of very strong sense of opposites. Something is God, something is devil, something is heaven, something is hell, something is evil, something is good. This is so strongly set up in people's minds. Naturally, they want to influence because you think they will join the other party. Like how the two political parties in the country look like two religions as far as I'm concerned, the language that's being used on the news channels. In my perception, the political parties look like two different religions to me, because it is such strong opposites. No, that's not what a democracy was about. Democracy means today you could vote for this, tomorrow you could vote for that. As it was necessary, you would shift. No more shifting, people are already clearly identified, this is me, that is you, finished. Maybe the people were telling me only 6% travels. Next 47%, 94% is fixed as two different religions in the country. This is very much present in the education mechanism, that we have strong sense of opposites. This is where I think there is something that education systems in the world can pick up from the East, where we don't have a strong sense of opposites, because our gods are devils also, our devils are gods also. Somebody who looks like this is… what is beautiful, what is ugly, you cannot determine in the East because everything is one big happening. I think if you want to nurture human intelligence, this strong sense of opposites have to go. There is nobody in this room who is 24 hours good or 24 hours bad, isn't it? You can confess with me, it's okay. Yes. Nobody is 24 hours good or 24 hours bad. It's just when you're conscious, you function in a wonderful way, when you're unconscious, you may do something lousy. This happens to every human being. Now, instead of recognizing that fundamental quality of the human being and how to nurture this, because the basis of our intelligence is just this, that we can do this or that. If you were another creature which doesn't have the same level of intelligence as the human being has, a tiger will only do that, we know exactly what he will do. A hyena will only do that, a buffalo will only do that, it's all fixed. A human being can do just about anything. That is where the intelligence comes in, that an active intelligence would choose an unconscious and a kind of conditioned intelligence will tend to do a certain thing. The purpose of education is to decondition the intelligence so that it becomes an active intelligence, adapting to the situations, doing the right thing for the situations in which we exist, not positions that we have already taken. That is the essence of intelligence. But today, in some way, education system is trying to condition the intelligence this way or that way because I think there is a strong thread of religion in the background. Though it may not be spoken, I see that everywhere there is a strong sense of opposites, very strong opposites which cannot meet.